we're going to graph in standard form today. Standard form has the x's and y's on the same side of the equal sign, and there are no fractions or decimals. So it's pretty nice and easy. You actually graph it by finding the intercepts. So you're going to calculate the x-intercept, and you're going to calculate the y-intercept. That x-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis, the y-intercept crosses the y-axis, and then you just draw a line through those points. It's pretty easy. So there's like a very formal way that you can solve these, but of course, I'm not classy like that. So I'll tell you my hillbilly way of graphing these, and then you can determine which one you like better. So a textbook would say if you were solving 3x plus 4y equals 12, you would substitute in 0 for x, and you would solve for y. Now, what is 0 times anything? 0. So this just cancels out, so you're left with just 4y equals 12. So hillbilly Mr. Plant would just say, cover up the x's and write what's left. You're left with 4y equals 12. You're going to eventually solve that, but you're also going to set up a second equation to figure out the x-intercept. You're going to substitute in 0 for y, aka cover up the y's and write what's left. 3x equals 12. I'll go ahead and write the first step on this one, the bookish way, but I'm not going to write that step from this point forward. All right, 4y equals 12. How do you solve it? You divide by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Let's come over here and do the same thing with the x's. Divide by 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Again, these are the intercepts. So it says our x is positive 4. X-axis is the flat one. Positive 4 is over here. There you go. There's your x-intercept. Your y-intercept is positive 3. The y-axis is the up and down one, and positive 3 is up here. We just have to draw a line through these dots. If you're using paper, use like the straight edge of a book or a calculator case or something like that to make sure your line is extra straight. I can't do that up on this smartboard, but I can drop my smartboard marker. So I got 2 more here for us to try. First, I guess I'll write on the video. It's just one of those days, and it's not even first period yet. Oh my goodness, what is happening? What is going on out here? My goodness. All right. So again, we're going to set up the 2 equations. Cover up the y, then you're left with 2x equals 4. If you cover up the x's, you're left with negative y equals 4. We're going to solve both of these. So this one we obviously divide by 2, and we get the x-intercept to be 2, which if we plot that, that's to the right 2. Negative y equals 4, we can divide that by negative 1, which will give us positive y equals negative 4. Y-intercept is at negative 4, which is down here, and then you just draw your line through those points. That's not too bad, right? You got a few more. Find the intercepts. So cover up the y's, you got x equals negative 9. Cover up the x's, you have 3y equals negative 9. Now x equals negative 9, that's done. You don't need to do anything else. We already solved for x. And then 3y equals negative 9, we got to divide by 3. We get the y-intercept to be negative 3. So the y-intercept is negative 3, that's down here. The x-intercept is negative 9. I'm going to have to move out of the way here. Negative 9 is there. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go, barely squeezed it. And then we just draw our line through it. And this line goes on forever in both directions. I have 2 more here. I would like you to actually try these. Pause it, try it. I'm going to go over it real quick and then check if you got the same thing. 2x equals 12, 3y equals 20, 3x equals 24, 6y equals 20. 2 divided by 3 divided x equals 6, y equals 4. 6, 4. Missed it. Second one, let's see, divided by 3. 6, x equals 8, y equals 4. I'll move over here. 8, 4, 5 through. Hey, hopefully you nailed those. All right, we have one more thing we're going to do. We're going to transform these equations into standard form. Remember, standard form does not have fractions or decimals, and it has the x and y on the same side of the equal sign. The formula, you know how for slope-intercept form it was y equals mx plus b? For standard form, here's like the base formula. And I remember it like, oh, you left an x by the c. Oh, yeah, all right. So we've cleared fractions before, we've transformed formulas before, so this is just more of that. Let's get rid of the fraction on number 7 here. What could we multiply everything by? 5, right? So 5 times y is 5y. 5 times 2 over 5 would just be 2, right? If you're multiplying by the same thing that's in the denominator, it's just going to go away. It would be 2x plus 5 times 3 is 15. The only other thing you have to do is get the x on the same side as the y. So how are you going to move 2x? You're going to subtract it. So anytime it's positive and you need to move it to the other side, just bring it over as a negative. So we'd have negative 2x plus 5y equals 15. That's it. And you always list your x first in standard form. So on number 17, again, our only fraction has a 5, so we're going to multiply everything by 5. So that would give us 5y equals 4x plus 10. We have to move the 4x to the other side, so we're going to subtract it, which would give us negative 4x plus 5y equals 10. Nice! All right, let's scooch down here. We have 2 more that we're going to try. Here, we'd have to multiply by that denominator of 4, which would give us 4y equals negative 7x plus 24. How are you going to move negative 7x to the other side? You would add it. So it would go to the other side as positive 7x plus 4y equals 24. We got one more of those. Y equals 3/7 x. We're going to multiply by the 7, which would give us 7y equals 3x. Moving the 3x to the other side, we have to subtract it. So it would be negative 3x plus 7y equals. Now, we moved that 3x. I see so many times students just stop writing the right end of the equation. But there's still something over here. It equals 0. So you have to put that there. There we go. We're done with standard form. We did it!